Analyzing the effectiveness of Special Operations Forces in the U.S. Army. Special Operations Forces, SOF, are considered to be the most elite soldiers in the United States Army. These soldiers undergo extensive training to prepare themselves for the most dangerous and high-risk missions. The purpose of this article is to analyze the effectiveness of SOF in the U.S. Army by examining their history, missions, accomplishments, and challenges. History of SOF in the U.S. Army. The history of SOF in the U.S. Army dates back to World War II, when the Army created the first Special Forces unit known as the Force 47. This unit was composed of soldiers who were trained in unconventional warfare tactics to fight behind enemy lines. The success of this unit led to the creation of other Special Forces units such as the Ranger units and the Green Berets in the 1950s. During the Vietnam War, SOF played a critical role in conducting covert operations against the Viet Cong and North Vietnamese Army. These operations ranged from reconnaissance missions to conducting raids on enemy positions. The effectiveness of SOF during the Vietnam War led to the creation of more specialized units such as the Delta Force and the Navy SEALs in the 1980s. Missions of SOF in the U.S. Army. The missions of SOF in the U.S. Army are varied and depend on the specific unit. However, their primary mission is to conduct special operations in support of U.S. national security objectives. Special operations include conducting direct action missions, such as raids and ambushes, special reconnaissance, and unconventional warfare. SOF also play an important role in counterterrorism operations. Following the attacks of September 11, 2001, SOF played a critical role in hunting down and eliminating terrorist leaders such as Osama bin Laden and Abu Musab al-Zarqawi. Accomplishments of SOF in the U.S. Army. The accomplishments of SOF in the U.S. Army are numerous and significant. One of the most notable accomplishments was their role in the successful mission to kill Osama bin Laden in 2011. This operation was conducted by SEAL Team 6 and showed the world the capabilities of SOF in conducting high-risk missions. SOF also played a critical role in the Iraq War. They conducted raids on insurgent safe houses, captured high-value targets, and worked closely with Iraqi security forces to stabilize the country. Challenges facing SOF in the U.S. Army. Despite their successes, SOF in the U.S. Army face a number of challenges. One of the biggest challenges is the high operational tempo. SOF units are in constant demand and are often deployed for long periods of time. This can put a strain on the soldiers and their families. Another challenge facing SOF is the unpredictability of their missions. SOF soldiers are often deployed on short notice to conduct missions in remote and dangerous locations. This can result in high levels of stress and uncertainty. Finally, SOF in the U.S. Army must continue to adapt to new threats and technologies. The nature of warfare is constantly changing, and SOF must be able to adapt and innovate to remain effective. Conclusion. In conclusion, SOF in the U.S. Army are an essential part of the U.S. military. Their history, missions, accomplishments, and challenges demonstrate their effectiveness in conducting special operations in support of U.S. national security objectives. As the nature of warfare continues to evolve, SOF must continue to adapt and innovate to remain effective in carrying out their missions. Why conflict? As the U.S. continues to face challenges in confronting insurgency and terrorism around the world, the lessons learned from Colombia will no doubt continue to inform U.S. military strategy and doctrine.